You've seen them, right? Those online ads that just seem way too good to be true. I mean, we all have. But here's the thing. Today, we're not going to debate whether the promise is actually real. Nope. Instead, we're going to pull one apart, word by word, to figure out how the language itself is so darn persuasive. It's pretty fascinating. So let's get right into it. Okay, so here it is. Just 7 words. That's it. One tasteless drop into coffee burns fat 24/7. This single sentence, this is the whole thing we're going to break down. Think about that. It's so direct, so bold. It's making this huge promise, but it feels incredibly simple, doesn't it? This little phrase is basically a masterclass in how to sell an idea. All right, so let's start with the first part of that sentence, the action. One tasteless drop into coffee. These words are all about what you have to do, and you're going to see that the real secret here is making it sound like, well, like you barely have to do anything at all. First up, the number 1. Just 1. Why is that so powerful? Well, it's not 2 drops, it's not a whole spoonful, it's just 1. Psychologically, that's huge. It screams simplicity and minimal effort. This isn't some complicated new routine you have to learn. No, it's a single, tiny action. It's literally the smallest commitment you could possibly make. Okay, next word, tasteless. Now, what's so interesting about this one isn't what it adds, it's what it takes away. Think about it. It removes the fear of a bad experience. No bitter aftertaste, no weird texture. It's like it's reading your mind, right? It anticipates that big question you'd have. Ugh, is this going to ruin my morning coffee? And boom, the word tasteless just wipes that worry right off the table. So, you see, tasteless is more than just a description. It's a promise. It's a promise that this will fit into your life seamlessly. You get all of the good stuff with absolutely none of the bad. It's brilliant, really, because it's designed to dismantle one of the biggest reasons you might hesitate and say, nah, not for me. And where does this little tasteless drop go? Into coffee. Why coffee specifically? Well, because for so many of us, that morning cup of coffee isn't just a drink, it's a ritual. It's non-negotiable, right? So by tying this new action to a habit that's already completely locked in, the ad is basically saying, hey, you don't need to build a new habit from scratch. Just make a tiny tweak to one you already do without even thinking. So, when you put it all together, what are you left with? This ridiculously simple 2-step plan. Step 1, pour your coffee, the thing you do every single morning anyway. And step 2, add one tiny, unnoticeable drop. That's it. The language has built this process that requires practically 0 effort, 0 thought, and 0 change to your life. Okay, so that was the action part. Almost no effort required. Now let's switch gears and look at the other side of the equation, the result. And wow, what a result it is. Burns fat 24/7. The scale of this promise is just massive. And pay close attention to the wording here, because it's really subtle but super important. Normally, we think about working to lose fat or trying to burn fat, right? That language means we have to do something. But this ad says the product burns fat. It's not you doing the work, the product is doing the work. It's like a little automated machine inside you, taking all the effort and responsibility right off your shoulders. And the best part? When is this little machine working? 24/7. This isn't something that just works for an hour while you're at the gym. Oh no, this is constant. It's perpetual. The idea is that this thing is always switched on, just humming away in the background of your life, no matter what you're doing. I mean, look at this. It really shows you what they're promising. The result has absolutely nothing to do with what you're actively doing. It's burning fat while you're at your desk working. It's burning fat while you're kicking back on the couch. It's even burning fat while you're completely asleep. The whole process is sold as being 100% automated. So, okay, we've looked at the easy action, and we've looked at the amazing results. But the real magic, the thing that makes it so convincing, is how these two halves smash together to create this almost perfect equation in your head. Let's just lay it all out. One tasteless drop? That's promising you total simplicity. Into coffee? That's promising you literally 0 change to your routine. And burns fat 24/7? Well, that's the promise of a constant, automatic result. See how every single piece has its own job? It all boils down to a very simple, very powerful equation. The absolute smallest input for the absolute biggest output. And when you look at it like this, you realize it's basically a playbook. A recipe for persuasion. First, you start with something super simple, like 1 drop. Then you remove any reason to say no, make it tasteless. You hook it on to a habit that's already there, like coffee. You promise the result is automatic, that it burns fat. And finally, you make that result last forever, 24/7. I'm telling you, once you see this formula, you're going to start seeing it everywhere. And really, that brings us to the big takeaway here. This language is so good, so effective at making a solution feel simple and perfect that it kind of distracts us, doesn't it? It stops us from digging deeper. So whenever you see a promise that's been built to feel this easy, maybe the most important question isn't what they're telling you, but what questions are they hoping you won't even think to ask?